Ahoy hoy, everybody, and welcome to a brand new series on my channel. Duel monsters, back from the shadows. Bet you're wondering what sprung this up. Well, first, how about a little relapse? Long ago, many duels were fought. Many different duelists. Many different times. But now it seems the game Duel Monsters locked forever. However, two young ones, the temples, theirs to rule. However, a third, Ashmun, Pharo, and Iris. These three boys all became the Pharaoh of their three respective temples. But not until now were their powers resurrected from the darkest spots of life and death. Ashmun, Pharo, and Iris. Ashmun of light, Pharo of darkness, and Iris of the balance. It's hard to imagine that one time these three brothers fought. Oro believed himself to be the strongest, but Ashmun defeated him. However, weakened Iris all but defeated Ashmun. However, with the power vested in the heart of the cards, Ashmun was able to overcome Iris and send the two back into the shadows, and Ashmun into his own sacred place, never to be disturbed, or else there would be dire consequences for any who dare. The three sacred temples of the three brothers the three pharaohs of Egypt: Ashmun, Oro, and Isis. Yes, Ashmun, Oro, and Isis. The three pharaohs of Egypt. Sealed away, too deep into the shadows, and now, at this very day, the shadows would return. Someone by the name of Dark Shadow Maverick, known of the legend, being the god of gods himself, having researched upon the legend, and thinking, well, if he were to tell his brother about this, oh, what they could do with this. And so it happened. And then, well, I'm telling his brother. What about telling his son? And then that happened as well. And then it only grew. And now you have back from the shadows. Dual monsters back from the shadows. Season 1, Episode 1. Episode 1 start now. Man, can Iruka-sensei make his lectures any more boring? Huh? Wait, is that Gigi? Lord Third? Yes, Iruka. It is just merely a certain someone who wishes to show something. I believe you called it duel monsters. Yes, and you said you would be using that deck? Are you sure you don't want to change your mind? I am sure of myself. Well then, here is how the game is played. No way, a card game? Seems pretty extreme for a card game. No way, this is even more extreme than shogi. What do you know, Sheikah? So, I presume we start with 3. Well then, we shall. Well, hot damn. Well, he did say that it wasn't going to be easy. One game later, and the entire class is stunned. Their Hokage had just been beaten by some stranger at a game that they knew nothing about. What they didn't know is that this game, this little duel here, was just an opening lesson in duel monsters. Or at least the newly revamped duel monsters back from the shadows. Something new that the kiddies might want to try out. As the young Naruto Uzumaki walks out from the classroom, he bumps into the man. Ah, yes, you must be the one Naruto. Yeah? My name's Naruto. Well, I can tell you this. That duel right there was the last of me. I just don't have it in me to do it anymore. However, someone like you, I think, would have definite use in it. And also, a little secret. There was a dark energy that was once in this here ring. However, a long while ago, something was transferred and thus vanquished the dark energy completely. And so it was transferred to the ring. I believe the name of the human who transferred themselves to the ring. Their name. The name of that boy. Bokura. Yes. That item had tortured him, so at least the spirit in the item. Yami Bokura. However, finally, Yami Bokura gone, he transferred his pure soul into the item, and thus purified it. And now, I don't know why he gave it to me. My friend, the one who has started up the game, back up again. A friend of mine, he has. He gave me this. It's called the Millennium Ring. If you are to pick up from where I left off, you're going to need it. Trust me. And well, whenever Naruto trusts this, basically, trusts this guy enough to, touch his hand where he's basically holding the Millennium Ring, it shoots onto, around his neck. Like with Bakura. However, since it's purified, it's not going to try to freaking manipulate him. And besides, Kurama's there, so that would kind of be hard to do regardless. And so, well, you see, basically, when Naruto's channeling through everything, dude didn't just give him, his dual disc and, freaking cards. He gave him, a freaking pamphlet for, all of the freaking rules. And Naruto, turns out, he was very interested after seeing his, Gigi get bested by this dude. Just comes out of nowhere and bests him. And so, well, so basically, once Naruto's got a good enough grasp around all the different rules, and basically he has to decide what kind of deck, and basically he's just he's basically going to decide to go with the deck that, the original cards that he was given. Start with the beginning. And he sees that this deck, well, he doesn't even have to look at the deck because he remembers the cards, because, Hiruzen had to deal with that shit. It was a vast magician deck. Yes, these are entirely new cards. Making up entirely new cards for this series. and basically one of the critical aces. Basically, Vast Magician himself. Not just like the Dark Magician, it's the Vast Magician. And it's basically an effect monster. Basically has 3,500 attack, 3,200 defense. That's basically level 6. And well, the effect of Vast Magician is that, well, any monster that is not, a vast monster, or something that is a type like that, like a spell or trap type like that, that is on the enemy field, will be destroyed. And it will do damage, regardless as if the monster was in attack or defense mode, to your life points. Basically the opposing party's life points, regardless if however many monsters were in defense mode. Because if you don't know, in Yu-Gi-Oh!, if your monster's in defense mode, that won't really subtract that much from your life points because, it's in defense mode. Or at least it shouldn't, from what I know. But basically, Vast Magician's effect basically mitigates that shit. It's basically regardless of that shit. If it is not the same thing, if your opponent's field, for however many things that are not the same, like a effect or type, basically vast, a vast monster, vast freaking type, like freaking something, basically they are destroyed automatically. Unless they have their own crazy effect that mitigates that. Like some sort of monster, like spell or trap that might negate other freaking effects of monsters. And the thing is, that's kind of how the dude defeated Hiruzen. He basically one-shotted him with Fast Magician's effect. Basically one-shotted Hiruzen after summoning the dude. Which basically, if you don't know, basically like a tribute thing of sorts. Like tributes, like a sort. And what I mean by that is, well, basically, if you don't know about the spell polymerization, I don't even know if I fucking said that right. Basically, the monster Vast Magician Girl and Vast Mage polymerize those two together, and that's what you'll get. Vast Magician. That is how you get that dude. Because basically you kind of are attributing things. You're attributing those two monsters into the polymerization in order to get that guy to get fused together to pop up in the first place. So in a way, that's kind of a tribute. So I don't know if that's more of a tribute or a fusion or like a both at the same time. I don't know if you would actually classify that as a tuning, because there's also like tuning. And I don't mean like tune monsters, like there's also like tuning your monsters up. But basically that's how you actually get that guy to even appear on your field. But knowing how much of a menace the guy is, because, like, you can choose to not activate the effect. I mean, the effect only happens if you activate the effect. Like, Vast Magician's effect will only activate if you choose to activate it. And, well, if the person doesn't have a vast deck or doesn't have a few, like, cards that are basically based off of that, you know, in their deck, even if they don't have a vast deck, basically, they will be fucked. Because I guess in a way you can consider Vast Magician to be like a great equalizer. Because he is the magician who knocks. And so, well, considering just how strong his ace, that being Vast Magician, currently, because, well, he's not too deep into the deck yet, he's just, you know, at the surface level. And so he's just now gotten into his first ace, that being, and, you know, again, Vast Magician. basically, after the whole thing with the third Hokage losing to this random dude in this card game, it kinda got popular. Especially because the Demon Brat seems to be really freaking good at it. Using Vast Magician to basically clean sweep people. It also helps that he can see dual spirits, like, so he can see the monsters. Naruto can. And other people. There's anything, really. Seeing as, well, their sensei is late. Yes, I'm skipping all the way to, when they actually are Team 7. Because, well-trodden path. We all know how it goes. Basically, Naruto presents that he has a total of 10 star chips. Sasuke presents his, and Sakura presents hers. Yes, even Sakura. And, well, basically, Naruto would basically have to say that these are non-sanctioned duels, so they won't fork up their star chips if they lose. Yeah, they have to be non-sanctioned duels in order for that to work. And so, well, seeing as Sakura actually surprises no one by actually saying that, well, can't really do anything with them right now involving dueling because she has a duel planned with Ino later on. After having to deal with Kakashi's bullshit. But she will gladly referee. And, well, that's fine with them. And so, Sasuke has the most interesting deck. Black Boost Wyvern. whenever Naruto hears that name in particular, he gets interested. And Sasuke gets interested whenever, seeing the fact that Naruto has the Millennium Ring. He thought like the Millennium items were just, stories. Well, Naruto basically says, he's in no rush. So basically, it's time to duel. Basically, a thing pops up, and instead of 4,000, I'm going to do 8,000 life points. Because, 8's cool. It's my favorite number. And since Naruto doesn't seem to be in a rush, Sasuke makes his first move. Well then, since you're not in a rush, dork, I guess I'll lay down. My black boost wyvern of the Red Fang clan. This thing's level 3. And basically has 800 attack, 800 defense. And basically, this one's, has an effect that basically, if there's another same one of this kind, and for each one of this kind that's on the field, it will get an additional 500 attack and 500 defense. And then Sasuke's like, and I land this card face down. And Naruto's just like, basically is like, I lay Fast Magician Girl in attack mode, and a spell card Dark Magicacello. I had its effect onto Fast Magician Girl. The effect of Dark Magicacello, well, making my Fast Magician Girl strong enough to defeat your monster instantly. Now, Fast Magician Girl, do your thing. And just boom. And Sasuke would be like, shit. You're good, Naruto. Good as always. But I'm better. And then, like, the Millennium Ring starts to freaking shine and glisten in the sun. Almost like the spirit of Mokuba is freaking excited on where this is gonna go. Basically, he's like, well then, I guess you forced me to show my hand. Seems my spell card Dark Boost Wyvern World. Now, all Dark Boost Wyvern monsters, well, it seems their attack and defense will be doubled. If not tripled, should they be a tuner monster. So basically, if they be a tuner monster and they land on the field, they get triple instead of double. And Naruto is just like, oh, this will be fun. I summon Fast Magician of Chaos, and then I plant another card face down. And then what I'll do, Well, looks like any other fast monster will get their attack and defense tripled. That's the effect of Dark, basically Vast Magician Girl. And I activate it, making Vast Magician of Chaos with an attack and defense of 2,000 each, now 6,000 each. Now, I believe your life points can eat it. Now, Vast Magician of Chaos, do your thing. And also, Vast Magician Girl, give him a good old encore with your own attack afterwards. The finishing touches, so to speak. So yeah, basically Naruto's going for the jugular. So yeah, he has 6,000 attack points, plus what Dark, basically Vast Magician Girl is about to do. And that's whenever Sasuke reveals his card. This card, my spell card, Recycle Bin. And basically, this just absorbs all of the damage and stores it for later use on the opponent's side. So basically, return back to sender. Basically, storing it for a return to sender, a little bit later on whenever Sasuke decides. But that might not have been the brightest move because, well, of what he does next. Automatically uses it to destroy both of those monsters. And considering how widespread the attack actually is, considering both monsters used it, this is, doable. And it happens. And since they're both in attack mode, Naruto was just like, Sasuke, you do know that this hurts, right? Just because it isn't sanctioned doesn't mean it doesn't still hurt. Like a bitch. And so basically now both Naruto and Sasuke are on the ropes. So it's like, who's gonna actually punch? Who's gonna actually have a punch that lands? And who's gonna have that punch that lands? Whoever's punch lands is going to be the one who's the victor. Who is going to have that landing punch? Well, I do remember Naruto having a face down, like him putting down a face down. And he reveals it to be Monster Reborn. Oh, God. And he brings back, out of all freaking things, Vast Magician Girl, Vast Magician Girl. And he basically drops one spell card down, and then two face down cards. The spell being, well, if there's Vast Magician Girl, and you need Vast Mage, look, he just pulls out. It turns out, 3 cards. And one of those cards looks to be a monster. And that is the one face-up card. And that monster is Vast Mage. And on this same turn, he reveals one of the face-downs to be Polymorphization, fusing Vast Magician Girl and Vast Mage to create Vast Magician. And then on the same turn, revealing the other face down to be Vast Magicka Debt Dealer. And what Vast Magicka Debt Dealer does is basically the amount of attack that Vast Magician has. Every past life point lost, amount of damage done, will be added on to those attack points, and it will automatically hit the person with that. No ifs, ands, or buts. That powerful of an attack, and no way to defend. Yeah. In other words, Sasuke's goose is fucking cooked. Just Vast Magician, put him out of his misery. Boom. Basically, Sasuke's fuck. Damn, man, Naruto, you're fucking brutal whenever it comes to dueling. This fucking proves it. Now you have to come. And Sakura's just yeah, Naruto, you're a real contender for, the whole thing at Millennium City. Yeah, there's actually going to be a location called Millennium City. The Millennium items. Because of the fact that Naruto now has the fucking Millennium Ring. A purified version, but still the Millennium Ring. So, well, basically, Naruto's like, yeah, Sasuke, but that's not discouraging you from going yourself, right? Like, if I'm gonna go, I want you to go too, right? And you too, Sakura. I mean, you could really benefit from it. And Sakura's like, well, I mean, if I stood a chance. Well, we are a team. Kakashi Sensei is always trying to, shove that down our throats. Teamwork. So, well, if you two are going, I'll go. And, Naruto's like, yeah, that's a spirit. And Sasuke's like, not in my ear, Naruto. And Bakura, he's just like, this will be interesting. Millennium City. Wonder what will be going on there. Well, that will be it for episode 1, aka the pilot episode. Of Dual Monsters Back from the Shadows. I really hope this freaking thumbnail works because it's a fucking awesome picture of Bakura and it looks awesome. I would hate for it not to work because it looks awesome. Deuces.